Hey folks, Dr. Adrian in North Georgia Upper Cervical. I wanted to show you some pre and post x-rays. So I'm going to actually turn to the screen so I can see what I'm doing, but hopefully I'll keep you on screen so you can see what's going on here with the screen. So there's two pre and posts here, people I've worked with for the last 90 days. So they stayed under care for 90 days and kept to the plan, right? And they followed through, and guess what happened? They got some improvements. So I'm going to turn to the screen and point around. So the first pre is up here, okay? We put lines on there. There should be an additional line for my measurement, but just for the purposes of this video, we put lines on these areas here. And this line here should be overlapping the dotted line. And that shows that they have an anterior head translation, means the head pointing forward, right? And it's at 30 millimeters. So it's not good because that adds stress to the whole of the cervical spine all the way down the thoracic. And the spinal cord is attached to every single vertebra all the way down to the coccyx. So the sheath that covers the spinal cord goes all the way down to the coccyx. And so that comes all the way up here, and the stress caused by the anterior head translation. Now we know that every centimeter, which is just 3, every centimeter forward, the 10-pound or 11-pound head is another 10 pounds of weight on the cervical spine, causing all these issues down here. You see some degeneration in this area. And you also see a lack of a cervical curve. Now, a lot of us are suffering from a lack of a cervical curve these days because of our lifestyle changes. So if you take this image and you go over here and look at this image here, this is after 90 days of treatment. We took a new shot and new image, and it's 15 millimeters. That's 30. This one's 15 millimeters. So we brought the head back 50% improvement. Okay, and look at the cervical curve. If I can bring the other one into shot, coming over here, you see the lack of the cervical curve? Well, look at it now, it's almost perfect. Isn't that amazing? I mean, good outcomes for people. Now, they're not even feeling better, but we've taken the strain off the spinal cord, we've allowed the brain to flush toxins out, we've taken pressure off the vagus nerve, and we've allowed the blood to get to the brain the way it should do. And all in upper cervical adjusting. I do adjust pelvis too. Now, the pre's and posts are the other way around here. So this is the pre on this screen here, and we've got the overlay there. But you can see from this shot, they are 25 millimeters forward from where they should be, and a lack of cervical curve there. Now, this is a pretty solid person, and so when we look over the other one, we'd like it to be a little bit better. There's my mouth, and there's the screen. Okay. We'd like it to be a little bit better, but we did get a 50% improvement in anterior head translation, but the neck is still showing some issues that needs to be worked on, but definitely improved. It's got better. We didn't get any worse on the curve. We definitely improved 50% on the anterior head translation. So those are some outcomes. Very briefly, just 2 of them that I've worked with in the last 90 days we've had some good outcomes with. And as people go through care, we retake x-rays to see how they're doing. We want to make sure that they're getting better. And a lot of that has to do with, are they doing what we instruct them to do at home? And if they're following through on that, and then we're following through on the work that I do as a professional, then there's usually pretty good outcomes. When somebody just